Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's HIGHMMA, and today we are here to discuss my personal hot takes currently about the UFC. Now, before I hop into today's video I should say, stuttering already. Yo, I know I've been gone for a hot minute. I've not posted a video since like UFC 311, but boys, I'm back. I have returned. You can all go and rest well, or whatever the fuck you're supposed to say in this situation. I'm back. But I'm not gonna bore you all with what the fuck I was up to, so let's hop straight into the takes for today. The first one being, Arman Tsarukyan is easily one of the most slept on UFC fighters right now. I know a lot of people like to act like bro disappeared after pulling out of the fight with Islam Makhachev, but at the end of the day, we know that this guy is one of the most dangerous guys in the division. That whole pullout with Makhachev, it is what it is. You know, it isn't the greatest look for him, but let's not act like there's tons of other UFC fighters out there that have pulled out in the past and they haven't received the same kind of hate. And obviously he got harshly judged by Dana White for this, and I'm pretty sure Dana's gonna make him fight someone else before he's thrown straight back into the title mix. But it just pisses me off that it's Charles Oliveira versus ILIA Topuria for the belt this weekend. Like, why couldn't they have just done ILIA versus Arman, seeing as Arman's rightfully earned the title shot? I mean, he was literally right there, about to fight Islam. He's already beaten Charles Oliveira, something that people seem to forget about. And, you know, like, aside from all of that, he is one of the most well-rounded fighters in that division. The grappling is insane. He was hanging in there defense-wise with Oliveira on the ground, nearly got choked out like twice and survived. His grappling just overall is fucking insane. You watch him against Islam, against fucking Alvarez. This guy is just fucking brutal, bro. Not to mention his striking is super impressive as well. This guy is out here throwing fucking axe kicks and shit. The flexibility is just on a different level, man. This is what I call a fucking world-class athlete, and I'm just sick of bro being slept on, because all I'm going to say is he would beat Charles Oliveira in a rematch. Not that I think we need to see that, but also, I think that he is ILIA Topuria's hardest fight at lightweight. I don't think there's anyone else that poses the same kind of grappling threat that can also have the chin enough to hang in there in the striking. I don't think he does too well in the striking department against ILIA Topuria, but I think he does well enough to put up a decent fight, maybe even a better fight than anyone has so far, because we saw that, you know, when it came to the grappling, Holloway had nothing for Topuria, yet Topuria had everything for him. I think that Tsarukyan would be ready and could even have moments of success for himself. Now, I don't really know who they're going to make him fight next. I mean, he should be next in line for the title shot, but something's making me feel like if Ilya wins, they're going to try and market him versus Paddy next. Maybe even Arman versus Paddy could be a good fight. What I think most likely they'll do is Gaethje versus Arman. There's a bit of a weird roadblock at lightweight right now, because we've got Gaethje saying that he wants a title shot, Arman saying that he wants a title shot, and then Paddy potentially being thrown in there just by the UFC wanting to make big money fights. But in my opinion, I think it should be Arman Tsarukyan next, which is why I've taken the time out of today's video to shout bro out and to let you all know that he is still here no matter how much you try and forget about him, and he's going to be back very soon. This guy's had 2 wins in grappling matches in the meantime of him being inactive. He is still ready to go, bro. It's going to be Tsarukyan season 2, I'm telling you. I don't know if he beats Topuria, but this guy's going to go on a crazy run. I've not seen skill that this guy has like very often, and I just think you all need to stop sleeping on him. I'm kind of running out of things to say about him, because like I say, you know, there isn't too much to say about him. He's not done too much recently, but that is the exact reason I'm bringing him up, because everyone's forgetting about him. So let's move on to the next take. Kamaru Usman low-key deserves a title shot. Now, this is a bit of a hot take, and there's a reason I use the word low-key. I don't wholeheartedly believe in this take, but I agree with certain aspects of it. It's like, bro just beat Joaquin Buckley, who was my personal favorite to win the belt next, and he did it pretty comfortably. Like, he didn't really need to strike too much. It was a little bit sloppy if you ask me, but he did it with relative ease. I mean, you know, there was problems in the last round, but Joaquin didn't really do too much in this fight, and Kamaru came back down to welterweight and showed everyone that he still got it. I keep hearing from everyone, oh yeah, he's won one in his last 4, but the thing is one of the fights was up at middleweight, completely different weight class, doesn't affect ranking at fucking welterweight, and had an amazing fight with Khamzat Chimaev, put up the best fight that anyone ever has against him, and arguably brought that shit to a draw. I know the first round was a 10-8, but I feel like he won the last 2. That is just my personal opinion though. I understand that people probably don't want to see him have a fucking title shot given the fact that he lost to Leon twice and has only beaten Buckley, but I don't know, I just feel given the huge name that he is and everything that he's done already in the UFC, the guy is already considered the greatest welterweight of all time in some people's opinions, including Dana White. Not personally mine, I've got GSP up there, but you know what I'm saying, this guy's done a lot, and honestly, if it was Israel Adesanya in like 2 years and there was a completely different middleweight champion, I could see Dana just throwing him into that shit, and I know Dana likes Kamaru, so I hope he throws him something like this, but I know the fans would fucking go crazy about it and would not like it, and I do think that there is the high possibility that they make Kamaru fight someone else next, but I don't want him to fight a fucking Gary or a Brady. If he fights anyone, he should be fighting Bilal Muhammad. That is the biggest fight you can make at welterweight right now in terms of pay-per-view buys, entertainment overall. I feel like this is the biggest one. You're gonna have Bilal bringing up the fucking podcast that never got uploaded in the fucking lead up. You're gonna have him trash talking Kamaru non-stop. Is definitely gonna get to Kamaru as well. We know that he really doesn't like Bilal anyway. I feel like this fight has a lot of storyline already, and we really need to see this shit before either of them retire, because they are both coming to the end of the road. And also, I think it's a winnable fight for Kamaru, which puts him right in place for a title shot against either JDM or Islam, whoever wins that fight. I think this is a no-brainer, man. I think Kamaru is closer to a title shot than you think, and I think you should give him some fucking respect, because I see most of the fans taking the piss out of this dude these days, and I just never understand why. Bro is one of the GOATs. But that is all I can really say about Kamaru for today, so I'm going to move on to the next fighter we are talking about in today's video, and his name is Rizvan Kuniev, and my hot take on him is that he is a real problem at heavyweight. Now, I'm not saying that he's the next champ. You know, we've just had fucking Tom Aspinall promoted to undisputed. The champ ain't to be fucked with. He would absolutely walk through Kuniev. But all I've got to say is I picked Curtis Blaydes to beat him last weekend, and Kuniev clearly beat this guy in my opinion. He took away the last 2 rounds. That was a Kuniev win that we watched, and he got robbed. I really don't see how Curtis won that fight. I know he outlanded him, but Kuniev did way more damage. I just don't understand how he didn't win. I understand the first round going to Blaydes, completely understand that, but the last 2, I feel like Kuniev took them. And what I'm going to point out mainly is the fact that he's got serious power. The guy beat that motherfucking Renan Ferreira over in PFL. I know that he's not the most skilled fighter of all time, but he is like 9 feet tall and went toe to toe with Ngannou. I know Ngannou walked through him too, but come on, dude. That is like the main selling point of the PFL, that they have a giant in the heavyweight division. And Kuniev beat him, so we have to put some respect on his name. He arguably just beat Curtis Blaydes, and heavyweight is looking kind of bland right now. We've got a couple people lingering around that I think could have a decent future, like Kennedy Nzechukwu, Waldo Cortez Acosta, and I think that maybe if we see Kuniev go up against one of these kind of guys next, we might see him fucking do something crazy. I mean, give him fucking Shamil Gaziev or someone. I don't know. But give him a name that is well enough known that he can make a name of it with the win. Because I don't want him to just be fighting a motherfucking Martin Buday or some bullshit like that next in a Apex event where no one's going to hear about him. Because I really feel like this guy could be a big star at heavyweight. I mean, you know, he came over from PFL. He used to be on roids. It could be a bit of a villain storyline. You never know. A little Dagestani villain for the heavyweight division. I don't even know if they have any already. I don't think so. So this could be the guy. So let's put him on the fucking map and show him some respect. And also highlight the point that he had a super fucking close fight with Curtis Blaydes that I personally feel like he won. I don't really feel like to say that he is a problem in the heavyweight division is a hot take. I just feel like I'm saying, yo, everyone, check this fucking guy out. Stop sleeping on him. But that's all I've really got to say about him. So I'm going to wrap up today's video here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning into the return to YouTube. I am back, motherfuckers. HIGHMMA is here to stay. I said that shit on the first video I ever made, and I'm going to keep that promise. I'm fucking here. I ain't leaving again. There'll be another video tomorrow, and the day after that. I'm on my grind now, boys. So I'm going to thank you all for watching once again. I hope you have a nice day, evening, night, whatever the fuck you're doing, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.